All right, between 2021 and 2023, car thefts jumped by 57.6% in Quebec. Now, several major car manufacturers are facing a class action lawsuit over the vulnerability of smart keys to car theft. The lawsuit claiming that these smart keys make vehicles easier to steal. It puts owners at risk. And this class action aims to hold manufacturers accountable, seek compensation for affected car owners. Let's get some perspectives on what's happening in this country, in this province with car theft, and where the blame needs to go. Flavio Volpe joins us on the line, the president at the Automotive Parts Manufacturers Association right here in Canada. Flavio, welcome back to the program.
Thanks for having me back on.
So, listen, I'd love your perspective here because I know you've been in the thick of things. When the government is having meetings, car summits on car theft and all that kind of stuff, you're really involved in all this. So I'd love your perspective here. Yeah. And of course, now there's a class action lawsuit in the midst here in Quebec on blame. Where do you think the blame goes?
Well, I mean, the blame goes to the people who steal the cars. But I think that class action lawsuit and a lot of what creates angst for people is, are we doing enough together collectively to keep the cars in your driveway, to keep, the second biggest expense that people have after shelter safe? And then increasingly we're seeing the fact that this theft business is becoming violent. And so people are looking for answers, and I think a lot of this debate and discussion is well placed, even if sometimes they're looking for blame in the wrong places. I've had 3 cars stolen. I'm in the business, and I'm watching this stuff leave the driveway too. We're in crazy times.
Wait, so you've had your car stolen 3 times?
3 different cars, over the last 20 years, but one of them extremely recently. And these are smart vehicles with smart keys, and yet we're seeing these theft rings get black market decoding technology and steal these cars in the middle of the night. We have a problem. We definitely have a problem.
So listen, point taken, at the end of the day, who's stealing the cars, right? You have criminals stealing the cars, and those criminals need to be held accountable. Point taken. But when I see this lawsuit, part of me says, well, if car manufacturers, they know if their car gets stolen, what it leads to is this. The car gets put into a container, it gets shipped to another part of the world, a place where they can't normally sell, or they can't sell in a big way at those prices anyways. So the car gets shipped out, sold to that part of the world, and then ka-ching, insurance comes in, pays for the same car, and they make another sale. So the argument to me that, hey, maybe they're complicit in the sense that they don't mind it too much if a car gets stolen because they sell another one, I got to say, it sort of holds a little bit of water for me. How do you see it?
Yeah, look, I've heard that argument a lot too, and it certainly comes from frustrated people, including my family, who's watched the car leave. Car thefts are high in this country. We've seen up to 20,000 in a year, but sales are 2 million in a year. So it's a pinprick. I think what goes to the heart of the matter is from a technology point of view. People buy something and they think and hope it's secure. And just reading up on the class action lawsuit, the gentleman said, "I bought a product. It made a claim. That product did not live up to its claim." I think car makers, parts makers, anybody who sells you something, if they come in something and they don't, it doesn't live up to that, you should have recourse, should have some type of payback recourse or something. But the automotive theft ring is so lucrative. We're seeing what we understand to be international criminal organizations, paying some dumb kids on the street a few $100 to boost it from your driveway, somebody to cool the vehicle down for $1,000 or so, and then get it off into containers and out, wherever they come from in Ontario and Quebec, they go out through the Port of Montreal. We all have a collective interest here in getting this right. Automakers, it's kind of they're in a funny catch-22. if I tell you exactly what this technology does and why it makes it safe, I'm also telegraphing it to the people who want to steal it. Mm-hmm. We've got to find a way, like, companies like Tesla, the way the product is organized, they do over-the-air updates. The theft rings don't like electric vehicles because you can't sell an electric vehicle in Cameroon because you can't charge them yet.
That's right, yeah.
But some of these car companies, because they're electrically connected, can update that security technology. Once they're sold, a regular car is sold off a dealership, you can't update it. Mm-hmm. But I think the industry, as well as government, have a role to play in here. One of the things is we've got to have a lot more scanning and scanners at ports of exit. And maybe it's time that we figure out, look, if that's a lot of money, then some of us have to pay a little bit more into that. And that includes the companies that sell and insure. But, we'd also like to see, from a law enforcement point of view, and maybe more from a legislative point of view, make it hurt to get caught stealing a car, and make it hurt to get caught organizing a ring, so that you're not going to do it again. Right now, some of those penalties are a little bit more lax when you compare it to the angst that people like this gentleman who's launched a class action suit feel when they get violated with a theft from their house or their garage or in front of their house.
Yeah, and then you hear the messaging, and I know they walked it back, but I heard the Toronto Police Force saying, hey, make sure you leave your keys near the front door so that you don't have a home invasion. And, that to me was astounding to hear, even if they walked it back. But I do want to go back to, just to wrap up here, to one of your previous answers when you were talking about the technology. It does feel like you also believe that manufacturers do need to step up their technology game, because solutions do exist. We have them on our smartphones, like on the iPhone. If your phone gets stolen, you can remotely turn it into basically a paperweight. Do you feel there needs to be a little bit more technology catch up on that end by the manufacturers?
Well, I'll tell you my personal experience in 30 seconds or less here. Had a car stolen, 2018 model year, has the technology to track it through GPS. The process in me tracking my car, in calling the automaker's third-party GPS service, was I had to give them a police report, and they needed a police report number, and they needed to check with the police before they tracked it, and only the police could track it. Well, that took 3 days.
Wow.
So someone's driving my car in Cameroon right now, laughing at me.
Yeah, that's it. If it takes 3 days to track it, not going to help you. Okay, Flavio, I got to leave it there. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Anytime.
Flavio Volpe is president at the Automotive Parts Manufacturers Association.